Welcome, Minneapolis junior, senior high school sports fans to Salina, Kansas. Campus Sacred Heart High School. It's December 14th, 2012. The Lady Lions are being hosted by the Sacred Heart Knights tonight on a blustery day. We're counting down towards Christmas break. Continuation of league play here tonight, as the Lady Lions, who are 3-1 overall and 1-0 in league play, are being taken on by the host Lady Knights of Sacred Heart, who are 4-1 and 0-1 in league play. Lady Lions hosted Ellsworth last Tuesday and won rather handily. The Knights went out to Russell and ran into a very good Russell team and lost by 19. The Lady Knights have beaten Solomon by 10, El Dorado, Rossville, and Chapman before losing at Russell last Tuesday. Of course, Lady Lions lost to Halstead and then beat Solomon, Bennington, and Ellsworth last Tuesday by a narrow 29-28 win. Free throw in the last couple seconds is what sealed the deal. Scott Oshman, Dale Leach with you here tonight to bring you this game.
Dale, good to be back with you. I missed an exciting game the other night as the Lady Lions came away with a close victory and hit it on a free throw at the end, and heard that was pretty darn exciting, and I missed that one. Glad to be back with you tonight as the Lady Lions travel here to Sacred Heart to take on the Lady Knights.
Both squads, the last Tuesday night, Ellsworth and Minneapolis discovered that if you don't score much in a quarter, you can't really protect the lead. Ellsworth had a lead going into the second quarter. I can't remember how many points, and only scored 2 points, and the Lady Lions went ahead of them by several points. And the Lady Lions turned around in the third quarter, didn't score a point at all, and then they lost the lead and had to battle back into it, and it was nip and tuck all the way through the fourth quarter, and finally came out with the win. So we're hoping that some shooting percentages get a little better. Ellsworth did have a very strong front line that they played an effective zone against the Lady Lions and really bottled things up, and we, of course, didn't hit anything from the outside, so that, at least hardly anything at all. That didn't help things. So I'm sure we'll probably see some zone tonight here with the Lady Knights, unless that's just not in their repertoire to play a zone.
Hey, you know, I'm looking back at the scorebook, 9 for 13 from the free throw line, though.
Yes.
You know, that's improving for us. You know, we've gotten progressively a little bit better, and that's exciting to see.
Thank goodness we were had that many free throws made. Elsewise, it would have been a little hard to swallow. This is the 47th game in the series between the two squads. Minneapolis leads it narrowly, 24 wins to 22. We have won the last 6 in a row, all in the last two seasons, 2010-11 and 11-12. The Lady Lions are allowing 152 points on the year, scoring 181. That's 38 points a game allowed, 45 points a game scored, so we are a 7-point average above. The Knights are Steven on points allowed and points scored at 184 points each. So they've allowed way more points than the Lady Lions have, and have scored a narrow 3 points more in the season than Minneapolis has. Common opponent between the two squads is Solomon. Minneapolis beat Solomon 64-36. Sacred Heart in the opening game won, I believe, in overtime 44-34.
Not a very big bench, not a deep bench for Southeast of Saline tonight. They do have
Sacred Heart.
Sacred Heart. They do have a couple very talented players. They've got an up-and-coming freshman that I remember from last year being fairly pretty decent. That was the Donley girl.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And let's see, Kara Donley. And then they've got some others that they've got names that I remember. I don't remember if they, like Maggie Dahl. I think her sister was pretty decent. Maybe that'd be
Hannah.
Hannah.
She has had knee surgery, so she's out for the season. And from what I read in the preseason mag that Salina Journal posted, they had 2 or 3 people that were recuperating from injuries, that there would be a question as to how soon any of them would be back. So it's kind of a woe is me gloom outlook for the Lady Knights in that article, and then they come out and go 4-0 to open the season, and beat El Dorado High School and Rossville High School, 2 names that you normally might not recognize as being very winnable games for a squad that is depleted with resources, as the Knights were described as having, but they did. And so I'm interested to see tonight how the Lady Knights play against Minneapolis. And they went out to Russell and got drubbed out there by the Lady Broncos, but we know for a fact that that's no slouch team either. So
yeah, that is so true on that, from that standpoint, that they are a solid team. So
they lost some good players last year. They did from Russell, but they still have plenty coming back. So I don't expect an easy game for the Lady Lions tonight by any means, but I hope we bring our A game and take it to the Lady Knights here in Salina.
Lady Knights in their home white, Minneapolis Lady Lions in their traveling blue, as both squads shooting free throws to get ready here, about 1:32 away from tip-off. Mike Perry not with us tonight, just Dale and I, as we will have the call. As we've had some interesting games over the years here at South Sacred Heart High School.
It's always interesting, the Knights on the last few years have been down a little bit on talent, quantity of talent anyway, I guess I should say, compared to what they had been for several years. All the Whitmans are gone, and I can't remember the name of the tall girl they had. She's gone. But they are definitely trying to build back into being a contending squad in the NCAA and also in Class 3A. So they're back in Class 3A now, where they were down in 2A for a few years. The Knights won't be playing in our sub-state. They are in Hillsborough sub-state, I believe. And we are getting ready here pretty quick for the introductions.
And your starting lineups.
Next Tuesday at home, the Knights, they're the Lady Lions, and the boys will host 2 tough Republic County teams. Sure, encourage everybody to come out and support the Lions there.
They're both ranked.
Well, I'm not sure that the boys are anymore.
Okay.
But the women have
girls
moved up
definitely
to
are.
number 2.
Yeah, the girls definitely are. Boys were. You may be right.
Yeah.
I think you're right. So
I don't know why they dropped out, because they lost to, well, they lost to Concordia, they lost to Beloit.
we'll have the starting lineups here in just a second as they give some introductions here. Those squads here in just a second. Minneapolis, as I said earlier, in blue, Sacred Heart in their home white. Starting lineups.
First, for the Minneapolis Lions.
For Minneapolis, number 13, J.C. Owens, a J.C. 5'9" junior for Sacred Heart. Number 3, a 5'6" junior, Megan Stein. For Minneapolis, Sydney Wendell, number 14, a 5'4" junior for Sacred Heart. Number 11, Megan Gilliand, a 5'4" senior.
One of their very effective players.
For Minneapolis, number 15 at post, Kennedy Allison, a 5'9" sophomore. And for Sacred Heart, number 13, a freshman, as I mentioned earlier, 5'5" freshman Kara Donnelly. For Minneapolis, number 23, a junior, Kate Steinbrock at 5'6". And for Sacred Heart, number 32, Haley Rapp. Haley, a 5'9" junior. And for Minneapolis, another junior, number 24, Mara Pounds at 5'5". And for Sacred Heart, number 33, Tracy Tebow, a 5'5" junior.
And Mara is the one that sank the winning free throw last Tuesday against Ellsworth. She had to make it exciting by missing the first two.
Oh, was it a three?
Huh?
It was a three-pointer?
No, excuse me, the first of two.
First of two,
That's what
okay.
I meant to say. If I said the first two, I meant to say the first
I
of
may
two.
have misunderstood you. So,
Well, sometimes my speech doesn't come through as clearly as I'd like to. So the Lady Lions looking to go to 2-0 in NCAA play.
so we get ready to do some battle here. Lady Lions out on the floor waiting for Sacred Heart here. Get some final instructions by the Knights, and here they come. Minneapolis, Kennedy Allison will jump against
Rapp.
yeah, Haley Rapp. And we get ready to go. All is up, and Sacred Heart will win the tip in the hands of Tebow. Tebow will drive to the center, back to Donnelly. Donnelly crossover dribble, back to the center, back over to number 3, which is got a Stein. Stein back, three-point shot up and off the mark, rebounded by Rapp. Gets it back up the top of the key to Tebow, back to Donnelly. Donnelly on the left-hand side, crossover dribble in the center, back over to Tebow. Tebow back into the hands of Stein. Stein swing pass over to Tebow. Tebow takes a three-point shot up, no good, and it'll be out of bounds off of Sacred Heart into the hands of Minneapolis.
That was 2 3-pointers by
Yeah,
Tebow, wasn't it?
quick to get some shots off. Mara Pounds will bring it down. Token press by Sacred Heart. They get it across to Kennedy, down the court into Owens, down low, up and good. Nice job, J.C. Owens. Great job of breaking the press to start this one out. 2-0 Lady Lions. Tebow with the ball, back to Donnelly. Donnelly across the time frame, gets it over to Stein. Stein back to Tebow. Tebow back to Donnelly. Donnelly picks it up, gets it over in the hands of Gillian. Gillian, is that Gillian with the shot?
11.
Megan Gillian with the shot and the bucket.
2-pointer line. Foot was on the line.
Minneapolis breaks the press into the hands. Down low Steinbrock and rebounded by number 32 for
2 shots on the goal for Steinbrock. Second rebound goes Sacred Heart.
and the near steal right there would be off of Minneapolis. Stay with Sacred Heart. Sacred Heart to inbounds. Tied up at 2 here early in the first. Donnelly with the ball, guarded by Pounds. Donnelly swing pass over to Gillian. Gillian back into the hands of Stein. Stein back to Tebow. Tebow at the right-hand side, guarded by Weedle. Tebow drives into the lane, up, no good. Rebounded by herself, and she will get it tied up. It'll be Minneapolis ball after the alternating possession. Minneapolis gets back into Pounds as Sacred Heart picks up the press again. Back to Weedle. Back to Stein. Wow, nice pass up in the hands of Owens. She can't get it, puts it back in. Still can't get it. Rebounded by Rapp. Wow, Minneapolis broke that press nicely, Dale. They just couldn't finish it. And there's going to be a reach-in foul on Allison. That'll be her first personal.
That's 4 straight shots in close for the Lions, and the last 2 trips we couldn't convert.
Sacred Heart to inbounds. Gets to the top of the key to Donnelly. Donnelly, Minneapolis in a man. Donnelly drives all the way in, and it'll be stolen by the Lady Lions. Oh, and we turn it right back over, and then back, back over
Allison
again.
knocked it away, picked it up.
Back in the hands of Steinbrock. Back to Allison for 3. It'll be off the mark, but Owens gets it, and she'll be fouled with the putback. Donnelly with her first personal. At the line will be J.C. Owens. Shot is up and good. 3-2, Lady Lions with the lead. 5:37 left to go here in the in the first. Second shot on its way up and rattles front to back and goes in. Minneapolis picks up a full court press now. T-ball back in the hands of Stein, back to Donley. Donley back to T-ball. T-ball down low to Rapp, in the paint, up and no good, and rebounded by Kennedy Allison. Allison runs the paint and runs floor nicely, but it tipped out of bounds. It'll stay with Minneapolis. Checking in for the Lady Lions.
Grace Peters.
Number 2, Grace Peters.
For Sydney Weedle.
Lady Lions will inbound to Steinbrock, gets it into Pounds. Pounds back to Steinbrock for 3, up and looks good, and it is. Nice job. Nice catch and shoot by Kate Steinbrock right there, Dale.
Very nice.
Full court press picked up. Donley with the ball. Gets it back to Tebow across the timeline. Back to Donley. Donley at the top of the key, guarded by Allison. They pick it up, drop it down. Minneapolis falls back. Grace Peters gets the tie up. Nice job by the Lady Lions. It'll stay with Sacred Heart, but nice job by Minneapolis.
7-2 the score. Lady Lions in favor. 4:51 to go in the quarter.
Checking in for Minneapolis, number 22, Lindsay Shoup. Sacred Heart gets it in to the top of the key, back to Donley. Donley will drive, and she'll have it partially blocked and picked up by Grace Peters. Owens with the block. Go back.
Shoup brings it across the timeline. Drives, loses it.
Back to Steinbrock. Back to Allison. Swing pass over to Peters. Peters down low to J.C. Owens. Nice move by Owens. Up and no good. Rebounded by Rapp. Had a nice move there, Dale.
Yep. And the shot looked good. Just bounded off the rim on the inside.
Sacred Heart with the ball into the hands of Tebow. Tebow back to the top of the key to Donley. Donley drives. Swing pass over into the outside to Gillian. Gillian picks up her dribble. Crossover to Stein. Back to Donley. Donley will drive all the way in and
knocked away by Allison. She's going to get called for her second foul.
Nope. Called on.
Oh.
Lindsay Shoup gets her first one.
Okay.
Could have gone either way.
Yeah.
Lindsay gets her first one. Cara Donley at the line to shoot 2. Shot is up and good. She was solid last year as an 8th grader. She's going to be her and Lindsay Shoup are going to compete for 4 years here. As both those girls, freshmen, very solid ball players. Second shot coming. Up, and it's good. Checking in for the Lady Lions. Victoria Allison, number 10, as well as number 4, Lucy Giles.
We have a timeout with 3:56 remaining in the first quarter. The Lady Lions leading 7-4. We'll take a break here. A word from our sponsors. We'll be right back.
The Scott Osherman Agency, your American family insurance agent, is dedicated to giving you the best insurance possible for your car, home, life, health, retirement, or farm and ranch insurance. Scott is there to help. The Scott Osherman Agency, your American family insurance agent. He's there when you need him.
Robertson Monuments has been developing memorials in central Kansas now for over 100 years. Robertson Monuments' strength as a company is a direct result of the commitment that they have to you, their customer. Robertson Monument, Minneapolis, wants to work beside you to create a lasting tribute to the loved one you have lost. Go to robertsonmonuments.com for more information.
Welcome back to Sacred Heart High School. Lady Lions we'll bring it down. Sacred Heart backs off of the full court press.
Lucy Giles in the game for the Lions.
All into Giles' hands. She'll drive back to Allison. Allison picked up top of the key, back to Peters. Peters drives the right-hand side, back to Giles. Giles on the right-hand side goes to Allison. Allison drives in, up and good. Nice job, Kennedy Allison with the drive and the bucket.
9-4.
Sacred Heart drives down, and she will be fouled by Victoria Allison, I believe. We'll see for sure.
Blocking foul, probably.
Nope, number 2, Grace Peters. Grace will pick up her first personal. Checking in for Sacred Heart, number 10. Mackenzie Cack. Sacred Heart gets it in the ball into Gillian. Gillian back to Donnelly at the top of the key. Back over to Cack. Back to Gillian. She'll drive up, and she will be fouled by Peters, I believe. Yep. Grace Peters will pick up her second personal. Fourth team foul at the line will be number 11, Megan Gillian.
Sydney Wheatle will come back in for Peters.
And she makes the first one. 9-5. Lady Lions with the lead. 3:13 left. Sydney Wheatle checks in, as you said, for Grace Peters. Second shot coming up and good. One of the positives that's going to help us throughout the year, Dale, is how deep our bench is.
Yeah. Geez. That's proven itself more than once already.
Shoop with the ball. Picks it up, gets it back to Kennedy Allison. Kennedy drives all the way in, too hard off the glass. Wrapped with the rebound. Great drive, as you said. Donnelly with the ball.
Caught Sacred Heart defense flat-footed there.
Tebow with the ball, back over in the corner to Cack. Cack back to Donnelly. Donnelly drives to the left, picks up her dribble, swings back in, and she gets it all the way in with the left hand and scores. Minneapolis calls a timeout. So Sacred Heart's clawed right back into this, 9-8. As Minneapolis calls the timeout to talk about it, we will go ahead and take one with them. You're listening to SalinaPost.com as well as Eagle Communication Channel 20, Channel 2, 20 Minneapolis.
Parents, would you like to save money while sending your child to college? We offer a career with benefits no other employer can match. We can even provide your child with a part-time job while in college and help you pay for college. Contact the U.S. Army and U.S. Army Reserve's Career Center at the Central Mall in Salina at 785-827-3666.
Scott, sounds like you're fighting a little bit of a cold.
Yeah, I think I was trying to prevent it, but I'm pretty sure I got it. Lindsay Shoop drives all the way in and makes the bucket. Nice job, Lindsay. Drives the paint on the right-hand side, and she finishes on the right. She's a lefty. Shot up by Cack, up, no good. Rebounded by Sacred Heart. Gets it back to the top of the key to Tebow. Tebow guarded by Wheatle. Tebow back to Donnelly. Donnelly will drive in. She picks it up, gets it back to Stein, back to Donnelly. Donnelly, she will gets it down to Tebow. Tebow looks at the three, backs it off, gets it to Cack. Cack back in the corner. Back to Donnelly. Donnelly drives. Back to Tebow. Tebow drives all the way in. Left hand up and good. She makes the bucket in the lane.
11-10, Minneapolis.
Lindsay Shoop with the ball. Back over to Giles. Giles back over to Wheatle. Wheatle back to Shoop. Shoop drives this time. Oh, looks, has a nice pass, but just can't get it to her. Turnover against the Lady Lions.
Tried to bounce pass across the defense to Victoria Allison.
Victoria had position on it, but just could not get it.
For a second, I thought it might have gone off a defender's foot, but obviously that wasn't the case.
Kate Steinbrock checks in for Sydney Wheatle, as well as J.C. Owens checks in for Victoria Allison. Donnelly drives, quickly goes past everyone, drives all the way in, and she's going to be fouled by Minneapolis. Shoop, number 22, Lindsay Shoop. That'll be number 2 on Shoop.
Donnelly's quick. She's not afraid to take it to the rack.
No, she's not. Shot up and good by Donnelly.
And a very good free throw shooter. I think that's 3 for 3 at least.
Yep, it is.
Ties the score at 11.
Mark Pounds checks in for Shoop. Second shot up, and it's good as well.
Hasbrook comes in for the Lions for replacing Kennedy Allison.
Minute 27 left in the first quarter. Sacred Heart takes their first lead, 12-11. Pounds gets it to Giles. Giles looks down low. Drives, gets it back. Sacred Heart plays a nice zone here. Back to Steinbrock for three. Up off the mark, and it'll be off of Minneapolis. Sacred Heart ball.
That three looked in line from Steinbrock, just a little long. Full court press for the Lady Lions.
Donnelly tries all the way down, kicks it off to T-Bull, shot up and off the mark, and then off of Minneapolis. It'll stay with Sacred Heart. Sacred Heart number 32, Rat. Not a bad little post player.
No, she started to come on last year, if I remember right, as a sophomore.
Stein checks in for Cack. So far, Sacred Heart only gone one deep in their bench, which will help us toward the later parts of the game. A nice pass, turned over, but into the hands of Kate Steinbrock. Kate,
tried to get J.C. Owens on the back door on that layup, and just a tad in front of her.
Good idea.
J.C. was open. Just couldn't execute it.
Donnelly breaks the press, gets it back to T-Bull. T-Bull back to Gillian. Gillian back in the hands of Stein. Stein back to Gillian. Down low the Rapp. Kicks it back out. Gets it down low once again. Rapp turnaround shot, no good. Rebounded by Hasbrook.
Good defense by Owens right there in her face. Hand in front of the ball. Distracted her.
Ball into the hands. Top of the key, back to Steinbrock, back over to Pounds. Pounds will drive, picks up her dribble, looks down low, gets it back to Giles, back in the hands of Steinbrock, down low to Owens. Owens low in the paint, off the mark, and rebounded by Sacred Heart. T-Bull with the ball, she'll bring it down for the Knights.
3
seconds left, she's gonna drive all the way in. She gets the shot off, and it's no good.
That was close.
That was close.
I didn't think she was gonna get it off in time. And then to be that close to going in.
That close, yep. At the end of one, Sacred Heart Knights 12, Lady Lions 11.
Last several minutes of that quarter were not very effective for the Lady Lions. We'll be right back.
In as little as 9 months, you could be on your way to a better job future with Salina Area Technical College. Learn skills in computer-aided drafting, construction technology, or electronic engineering. Schedule a campus visit today by logging on to salinatech.edu.
City Pharmacy has brought you quality professional pharmaceuticals since 1963. Joe and Amber Wool will help you with your medications, durable medical equipment, cosmetics, gifts, and greeting cards. Your hometown pharmacy, City Pharmacy, downtown Minneapolis.
Welcome back to Salina Sacred Heart Gym.
Sacred Heart on with the lead at the end of the first quarter, 12-11. And Dale, we started out, we had 11-5 lead.
Mm-hmm.
And Sacred Heart
6 unanswered points for the Knights.
Off.
Starters are back on the court from Minneapolis.
And same thing for Sacred Heart Knights.
Steinbrock, Owens, Wheetle, Pounds, and Kennedy Allison.
Pounds will drive all the way in, kicks it back out to Steinbrock. Steinbrock on the wing, back to Allison. Allison swing pass over to Pounds. She drives back to the left-hand side, gets it down low to Owens. And they're going to get Owens for 3 seconds in the lane. And it'll be another turnover on the Lady Lions. It's an unusual turnover for us. Oh, deep pass, wide open. Down low, shot up and good by Gillen. And she gets a wide open bucket down low. Sacred Heart, and we're going to nearly turn it over again. We save it right there. Up and good is Kennedy Allison as she drives the lane.
But the good thing about that is she pulled up to where she did not commit a charge.
Yep. Ball goes in the hands of Donnelly. Donnelly swing pass over to Stein. Shot up and good by Megan Stein. Yeah, she gets the bucket. Sacred Heart still with the lead, 16-13. Pounds back over to Steinbrock. Steinbrock down low to Owens, up, and she can't get it. Wrapped tight on the defense. Owens not hitting him so far yet tonight. Donnelly with the ball. Back to Tebow, back in the corner to Gillian. Gillian down low to Rapp. She turns into the defense. Nice job by J.C. Owens. And it'll stay with Sacred Heart with the possession. I thought we may have had a travel down there. Sacred Heart to inbound underneath their own bucket. Look at Rapp cutting in. Have nothing, go to the top of the key to Gillian, back to Donnelly. Donnelly tries to the left-hand side, picks up her dribble, and that'll be turned over back in the hands of Mara Pounds. Pounds back to Steinbrock. Steinbrock, she'll be fouled.
Donnelly, I believe.
I think you're right.
13, blocking foul.
Nope. 33.
33.
Tebow.
Second team foul. The Lady Lions with 5.
Owens with the inbound shot, can't finish. JC's had some good looks and just hasn't been able to get them so far tonight. Donnelly with the ball. Tries all the way in, up, and she will get fouled. I think that'll be Kennedy Allison. Yep, Kennedy Allison with the foul. That'll be number 2.
Two-shot foul here.
So Peters, Shoup, and Allison all with 2 fouls. Donnelly's been perfect from the line so far. First one is up, and it's good as well.
Giles will come in for Allison.
Actually, Sacred Heart perfect from the line tonight so far.
That is, as much as anything, is what has given them the lead. That's at least 5 free throws they've made.
Second shot up, and it is in and out.
Let's talk about it some more. Maybe they'll miss the rest of it.
Exactly. Pounds with the ball. Picks up her dribble, back in the hands of Giles. Giles will drive. She'll take the shot up and off the mark, and another big rebound by Rapp. Playing a zone, and it's they're boxing down low. They're keeping us out of the lane. They're getting the rebounds. Tebow with the ball for Sacred Heart. Picks up her dribble, gets it back to Donnelly. Donnelly will drive. Gets it back over, 3-point shot up and good by Gillian.
And it's a 7-point lead for the Knights with 5:48 to go in the half.
Pounds drives in, gets it back to Steinbrock. Steinbrock drives in, and she gets the bucket. Had some contact. No call. Kate Steinbrock with the bucket.
Little layup from the left side. Drove the baseline to get there.
It's a nice finish by Kate. Tebow with the ball. Crossover back. Shot up by Stein, and it's good. Sacred Heart is on fire right now, Dale. They've not hardly missed lately. 22-15. Pounds looks down low, gets it to Owens.
Rapp with the foul.
Only their 3rd foul on Sacred Heart. Her first personal. Lady Lions gets it in. Oh, nice. Oh, you got to be kidding me.
Giles shot.
Giles gets hammered down there. No call. And Donnelly will bring it back. And Sacred Heart gets an offensive rebound. We get the tie-up. Nice job by Giles. And we will have the ball. Sacred Heart will bring in number 5.
And 14.
Maggie Dole as well as Maggie Donatel. Pounds with the ball. Back swing pass over to Weedle. Weedle back to the top of the key to Giles. Giles drives backward to Pounds. Pounds will drive in, and wow. Mara Pounds goes to the ground hard, no call. It will stay with Sacred Heart after the turnover.
Well, you never get a break from the officiating here.
Sacred Heart. I was gonna say that, but I thought I'll let you say it. So Donnelly dropped down low pass, shot up off the mark, and that'll be off of Sacred Heart. Minneapolis ball.
And that is one of our favorite referees down there that made that call.
Checking in for the Knights, number 11, Megan Gilliland.
Sacred Heart gets a new player in. I'll get you that in a second. Pounds will bring it down for the Lady Lions. Gets it back to Weedle. Weedle looks down low. She'll drive to the right-hand side. Picks it back to Giles. Giles has it pocket picked. Shot up by Pounds. Off the mark and rebounded by Sacred Heart. And Sacred Heart's going to lose it off of the, it'll stay with Minneapolis. Nice job, Mara Pounds, as they force the turnover. Pounds with the ball. Gets it back over to Weedle. Weedle guarded tightly there. Sacred Heart. There's a push right there. There's a bull in China cabinet there, Dale. Number 5 getting a little upset there, and that is Maddie Donatel, a junior, gets her first personal. Weedle with the ball. Gets it up to Giles. Giles will drive. Shot up and good. Nice job, Lucy Giles. That's a pretty shot by Giles there, Dale.
Very pretty.
With the bucket.
22-17, 3:46 to go in the half.
Ball picked up by Donatel. Back over to, sorry about that. Shot in the lane, up and no good, and gets her own rebound, which is T-Bowl, and there will be another tie-up, and it'll go to Sacred Heart. Sacred Heart out-rebound this, Dale, as you just heard some of the crowd say.
Mm-hmm.
Checking in for the Lions, number 10, Victoria Allison.
Victoria Allison checks in for J.C. Owens. Also checking in for Sacred Heart, number 13, Kara Donnelly, as she checks in for Tracy T-Bowl. All down in the lane off of Sacred Heart. So
nice inbounds play, but it wasn't a very tall player to get it to.
Yeah.
And she was
couldn't-
mismatched.
I couldn't tell if we blocked it out of bounds.
Well, I think we did hit it, but she touched it before it went out.
Nice job, Cindy Weedle.
Nice runner.
Gets the runner and gets it to fall. Her first points of the night.
22-19, Sacred Heart.
Donnelly with the ball. Drives, gets it back over in the corner. And nice job by Minneapolis with the turnover.
Allison
Victoria.
knocks it away.
Shot in the lane, up and, oh, they wave it off. They call it on the floor.
Shot, they say.
Wow. Foul on Maggie Dahl, her first personal foul. Lions will get it into Victoria Allison, back to Mara Pounds. So we pass over to Steinbrock for 3, up and good. That's a way to answer it, Kate. Put it right back at him as she hits another 3.
Ties it at 22, 2:43 to go in the half.
Okay, Lions doing a nice job. Donnelly drives all the way in. 3-point shot up by Sacred Heart, off the mark, and they're going to call a foul on Giles.
It was a clear tie-up.
Yeah.
That will be the 7th team foul on the Lions.
First on Lucy. At the line will be number 3, Megan Stein. Shot up and off the mark. Yeah, come on,
Oh,
girls, you got to get the
that
rebound.
Almost looked like they weren't.
You're kidding me.
We called a foul?
Gosh. Wow. Sorry about that, Dale.
Amazing turn of events there. That free throw's good.
Number 5, that is Maggie Dahl, gets her first free throw. Second one is up, and it's good. She makes them both.
I think I heard the announcer say Dole, and I think I heard that last year too. So I've been mispronouncing that name for several years here.
So it's Dole, not Dahl.
Uh-huh.
Mara Pounds with the ball over to Weedle. Weedle had position, kicks it out to Kate Steinbrock. Gets it down low to Giles. Shot up and good. Nice job, Lucy Giles, with some authority right there.
Shot from the left, bounced off the right side of the rim, off the board and back in. That's a little unusual.
And it'll be off of Minneapolis. Somehow they're going to have to slow down Donnelly. She runs the floor so well. T-Bowl to inbounds for Sacred Heart. And they get it down low. Shot up and good. As Stein gets the bucket down low.
26-24, Sacred Heart, 2 minutes to go.
Weedle down low to Victoria Allison. Shot up and good. Nice job by Victoria Allison with the bucket in the paint.
She had to fight off a hack job by Rapp there to get that done.
And there's a foul by Pounds.
Fouls on number 24, Mara Pounds. That's her first personal.
Her first personal. At the line will be Donley to shoot a 1-and-1. 9th team foul for the Lady Lions, tied up at 26.
Donnelly, I think, is perfect on the.
She missed one.
Did she? What happened?
Lane violation.
Oh, since it's a 1-and-1, that
Yep.
eliminates the opportunity.
Wow.
Well, that's helpful. 26 all.
Don't see
1:44
that
to
one
go.
very often.
No.
Pounds with the ball, gets it over to Steinbrock. Kate down low to Victoria Allison. Victoria drives in, and she'll be fouled by Rapp, and she should go to the line.
Yes, that should have been a shooting foul.
Fouls on number 32.
And they didn't call it.
Oh, jeez.
Wow.
6th team foul.
There's a shot up and good. Nice
Right.
job. Victoria Allison gets a little 10-foot shot about
Beautiful arch.
her 4th point of the night.
The
T-Bolt with
Lions
the ball.
ahead, 28-26.
T-Bolt drives. Back to Donley. Donley kicks it up and good off the glass and good. Tied back up at 28. Steinbrock shot up and good. Another three by Kate
Whammo.
Steinbrock.
Three of 'em.
Steinbrock hits another nice three right there. 31-28, a minute left in the first half. T-Bolt drives, gets it back in the hands of Donatel. Back to Donnelly. She'll take the three, and it's off the glass. Rebound by Weedle. Nice job, Sydney Weedle. Back to Giles. Back to Pounds. Pounds crosses the timeline back. Looks down low. Steinbrock will drive. And she will go in, and she will have the foul, blocking foul. And she will go to the line. Foul. Number 3, Megan Stein. That's her 7th team foul. So that will put Steinbrock at the line. In and out. Second one coming. Only our 4th attempt at the free throw line. We miss them both. Victoria Allison battling down there in a tie-up. Nice job, Victoria Allison. And we got possession. Nice job.
Possession arrow.
Victoria battling hard down there, and she's doing a great job.
33 seconds remaining in the half.
Ball into Lucy Giles, up and good. Nice job, Lucy Giles. And she had clear position down there. Defender had her back turned to her, didn't even see it. Nice job, Victoria gets another steal right there with 20 seconds. They'll come back the other direction.
And the Lions with a 5-point lead.
15 seconds left, back to Weedle. Weedle will drive. Nearly turned over. And it will go out of bounds off of
Donley.
Sacred Heart. 7 seconds left. Minneapolis will look to get it in, gets it into Mara Pounds. 6 seconds left. Back to Giles. Giles drives, shot up and off the mark. And it'll be the end of the first half. Minneapolis leads 33-28. Nice little run there, 5-0 run by the Lady Lions to take the lead going into half. We will take a break. I'll get some stats, and we'll be back. You're listening to SalinaPost.com as well as Eagle Communication, Channel 20, Minneapolis.
Tonight's game is brought to you by Bennington State Bank, your trusted hometown bank with locations in Salina, Minneapolis, Bennington, Wamego, and Sylvan Grove. A proud sponsor of this game. Member FDIC.
Delphus Co-op will always be there to give you the most up-to-date information on the right type of seed to use, weather conditions, market information, all at your fingertips. All you have to do is go to delphuscoop.com. They'll keep you informed on how to make your farm as efficient and successful as possible.
To participate in our annual
Upgrade your truck's look with a topper, locking tailgate, or tonneau cover, maybe a grill guard or bumper replacement. K4 Trailer, RV, and Truck Accessories works with over 300 vendors, so we can supply you with the accessories you want for your truck. Check them out at 1640 West State Street in Salina or online at k4trailersales.com.
Eagle Communications, home of ECTV, high-speed internet, 910 KINA News Talk and 99 KG Country. Proud to sponsor.
Welcome back to Sacred Heart High Schools. Dale Leach, Scott Osherman here as Minneapolis Lady Lions had the lead at the half, 33-28 against the Sacred Heart Lady Knights. I'll run through some stats real quick for both squads. Sacred Heart, let's see, Tracy Tebow has 2 points. Number 5, Maggie Donatel has 2 points. 6 by Megan Stein. And Megan Gillian with 9, as well as Kara Donnelly with 9. Sacred Heart, 75% from the line. They went the line 12 times, 9 for 12. Had 9 turnovers in the first half. But the fact that they went to the line 12 times, that's pretty big. For Minneapolis Lady Lions, quite a few girls with some points in the books. Sydney Weedle with 2 points. Lindsay Shoup with 2. Victoria Allison with 4. Kennedy Allison with 4. 6 by Lucy Giles. JC Owens with 4. And leading the way with 11, Kate Steinbrock with 3 big threes and a field goal. Minneapolis went to the free throw line 4 times, 2 for 4 for 50%. We had 6 turnovers in the first half. As far as foul trouble for the ladies, Minneapolis Grace Peters has 2, Lindsay Shoup has 2, and Kennedy Allison with 2, Pounds with 1, and Lucy Giles and Victoria Allison with 1 for the Lady Lions. Sacred Heart, a little different story. Haley Rapp with 2, Maggie Donatel 1, Megan Stein 1, Tracy Tebow 1, Maggie Dole 1, and Kara Donnelly with 1. So Minneapolis leads at the half, 33-28.
I hope that Kate and or anybody else can keep up the pressure on the Knights from the outside throughout the second half, because that sure prevents them from packing down inside to defend us with the zone.
And Sacred Heart has definitely out-rebounded us as far as down low. They've been able to get some big rebounds. Nice job off the bench, both by Lucy Giles as well as Victoria Allison. Great job by both those ladies off the bench tonight, as they came in and hit some big points.
Well, I knew, Scott, that we came back from a first half deficit of 1 point, but we outscored the Knights in that second quarter 22-16.
I know.
That's
pretty impressive.
The way things slowed down for us at the end of the first quarter and started off the second, we weren't hitting anything, and then all of a sudden it turned loose for us, and we were able to really take advantage there. And we're going to have to continue that. We can't see the empty nets start being a problem for the Lions if they expect to win here tonight in Salina against the Sacred Heart Knights.
Dale, I'm going to.
Okay, we'll take another break, let you listen to some pep band music, and we'll be back. Provided to you by the Sacred Heart Knight Pep Band. Well, welcome back to Salina Sacred Heart Gym as we're getting ready to start second half action. The Lady Lions are out on the floor. The Knights are still in their huddle, but we'll break here in a second. 5 starters for the Lions for the game are out on the floor again. The Knights will inbound the ball with the possession arrow to start the second half. Again, our score after halftime is Minneapolis 33, Sacred Heart Knights 28. We had a sufficient lead at one time in the first quarter and then lost it. Need to hold on to it this time.
Donnelly with the ball. Donnelly on the right-hand side, guarded by Pounds. She looks for a cutter, has T-Ball driving the lane, gets it back to Rapp. Nice back pass to Rapp, and she puts it in. Nice opening possession by Sacred Heart to move the ball.
Rapp was wide open. No hands in her face that time.
They try to go over top to Owens, and Rapp tips it away. Sacred Heart will bring it down. T-Ball back to Donatel, back to Donnelly. Donnelly will drive all the way in. Shot up in the lane, no good. Victoria Allison
think it might have been blocked
or
by
Kennedy Allison
Owens.
with the rebound. Mara Pounds back to Weedle. Weedle back to Kennedy. Kennedy drives. Gets it back to Pounds. Shot up and off the mark and rebounded by Kennedy Allison. Back to Pounds. Back to Weedle. Weedle takes a shot up and good. And it's a three. Nice job, Cindy Weedle. Ladies just appear to be a little bit gun shy about going to the ball, Dale.
Yeah, that was that way the other night too, and that's coach was really getting after him about that.
Ball goes to Donley. Donley on the right-hand side, back to Donna Tebow. Tebow with the ball. She kicks it down low to Rapp, and they're going to have a tie-up, and it'll go to Minneapolis with possession.
Steinbrock turned around, went into the front of Rapp, who was being defended from behind well by Owens, ties her up.
Weedle with the ball down low, and we're going to turn it over as twice we've tried to go down low, and we turn it back. Nice job by the Lady Lions. We can't get it. Pounds with the rebound and can't get it to fall. And that's going to be off of Sacred Heart. It'll be
my.
Wow.
I thought she bounced that off of Weedle, but apparently not. The ref was right there to see the action. Oh, no, they changed it. To the Knights. My eyes weren't deceiving me.
Yeah.
6:22 remaining, third quarter. It's Minneapolis 36, Sacred Heart 30.
Donley with the ball. Just drives in, kicks it over, and gets it back to. There's another tie-up. Nice job, Kate Steinbrock. That's twice she's reached in, got the tie-up. It'll stay with Sacred Heart. Sacred Heart to inbounds in front of their bench. Tebow to pull the trigger. They get it into Donley. Donley with the ball. Gets it back over to Cack. And it's turned over. Nice job by Pounds. Caused it. And it'll be a foul on Tebow as Kate Steinbrock goes down the opposite side and gets a nice pass by Kennedy Allison, and she'll go to the line.
Lady Lions ran the floor well there on the fast break. Worked it well and got it in position. Caused the foul. Timeout.
So, timeout. Full timeout called by Sacred Heart. We'll be back after this word, and we will have at the line Kate Steinbrock.
The Scott Osherman Agency, your American family insurance agent, is dedicated to giving you the best insurance possible for your car, home, life, health, retirement, or farm and ranch insurance. Scott is there to help. The Scott Osherman Agency, your American family insurance agent. He's there when you need him.
Robertson Monuments has been developing memorials in central Kansas now for over 100 years. Robertson Monuments' strength as a company is a direct result of the commitment that they have to you, their customer. Robertson Monument, Minneapolis, wants to work beside you to create a lasting tribute to the loved one you have lost. Go to robertsonmonuments.com for more information.
Welcome back.
Welcome back. At the line, Kate Steinbrock, as she'll be at the line. Lady Lions have a 6-point lead, 36-30, with 5:58 left in the third quarter. Kate sinks the first one. Second one coming. Shot is up and it's good. She makes them both. As checking in, Lucy Giles, as she checks in for Kate Steinbrock. Also checking in for Minneapolis is Lindsay Shoup, as Donley has the ball for Sacred Heart, guarded by Lucy Giles. Back in the hands of Cack. Cack kicks it over to Gilead. Gilead swing pass over to Tebow. Tebow back over to Cack. Cack top the key, goes to Donley. Donley will drive all the way in. She's cut off nicely with the backside help by Minneapolis. Back to Cack. They look down low. J.C. Owens doing a great job on Rapp down low. And Tebow will drive all the way in. And they're going to call on the floor. And not sure who it's on. Lucy Giles. Yep. Lucy Giles will pick up her second personal foul. Sacred Heart to inbounds. Tebow to pull the trigger. Looks at Rapp. They get the top of the key to Donley. Donley back to Cack. Back to Donley. Donley Drives the lane, no good. Rebounded by Minneapolis. Giles back to Pounds. Pounds swing pass over to Kennedy. Allison Kennedy shot up and good. Nice job, Kennedy Allison. Great job running the floor by the Lady Lions. 3 passes and a bucket. Nice job by the ladies.
10-point advantage, 40-30 for the Lady Lions.
Donnelly back to Gilead. Gilead back to Tebow. Tebow drives to the right-hand side. She crossed back over. Gets it down low to Cack. Cack, and she will turn it over, and it will go back to Minneapolis. Nice defense by the Lady Lions, forcing the turnover. Checking back in for Sacred Heart, Maggie Donatel. Lions will bring it down. Shoot back to the top of the key to Allison. Swing pass over to Giles. Down low to Owens. Owens back to Giles. She'll take the shot up and off the mark. And it's going to be a foul. Yep. Lindsay Shoup's going to pick up her 3rd personal foul. She was battling.
She was sandwiched in there between 2 Knights.
40-30, Lady Lions with the lead.
4:28 remaining in the quarter.
T-Bowl brings it down for Sacred Heart, guarded by Giles. Giles gets it back on the outside to Gillian. Gillian back over to Donatel. Donatel back to Gillian, and it's going to be stolen by Giles. Giles runs the floor, gets it up nicely to Allison. Allison up and finishes it nicely. Great job once again by the Lady Lions to run the floor and to finish. Minneapolis increases their lead to 12.
42-30, Sacred Heart.
Sacred Heart forced to call a timeout to talk about it, and Minneapolis
takes a
full timeout. Sacred Heart. So, Lady Lions 42, Sacred Heart 30. Sorry about that, folks. We'll take a break. 3:59 left to go in the 3rd quarter. You're listening to SalinaPost.com as well as Eagle Communication Channel 20, Minneapolis.
Parents, would you like to save money while sending your child to college? We offer a career with benefits no other employer can match. We can even provide your child with a part-time job while in college and help you pay for college. Contact the U.S. Army and U.S. Army Reserve's Career Center at the Central Mall in Salina at 785-827-3666.
In as little as 9 months, you could be on your way to a better job future with Salina Area Technical College. Learn skills in computer-aided drafting, construction technology, or electronic engineering. Schedule a campus visit today by logging on to salinatech.edu.
Welcome back to Sacred Heart High School.
9-2 run here for the Lady Lions to open this quarter.
Sacred Heart to inbounds. They will get it to Donnelly. Donnelly will set it up for Sacred Heart, guarded by Pounds. Donnelly drives, picks it back up, gets it over to Tebow. Tebow, nice backdoor pass and a down low to Rapp. And Donnelly drives it in, no good. Rebounded by Minneapolis, and that was Hasbrook. Hasbrook was in the ball game, and she gets a nice rebound. Mara Pounds drives all the way in, and she misses it, and she's going to get the foul.
Yeah,
I see that too many times where they have a shot and then they get the backside that foul.
Yeah,
foul on the backside.
Trying to come back and force something to happen, and you just have to use better judgment than that. If the ball was not exposed.
Shot up and off the mark, rebounded by Lindsay Shoop. Shoop will back it away and pull it down for the Lions. Shoop drives down, had wide open down, gets it to Giles. Giles back to Pounds. Pounds back to Giles. Sacred Heart in a 2-3 zone. Gets it to Victoria Allison. Victoria looks for the cutter, had it. Didn't get it to her. Goes for another one, gets it back into the hands of Pounds. Pounds back to Hasbrook. Hasbrook looks down low. And it's going to be stolen by Donnelly. That's one of them passes that you... Back to Tebow. Tebow misses the easy bunny, and she'll get fouled. She'll go to the line.
Now that pass was telegraphed and late. A long pass to boot.
At the line, I didn't see who the foul. Lindsay Shoop. Oh, man,
Number
that's
4.
4. First shot off the mark. Shoop picks up her 4th personal.
Peters and Weedle come in. Shoop and Giles.
T-Bow's second free throw coming here. Shot is up, and it's off the mark as well. Rebounded by Hasbrook. Lady Lions get it down to Grace Peters. Peters drives, gets rid of Weedle. Weedle back to Pounds. Pounds looks down low. Gets it back to Peters. Peters to the cutter, gets it to Victoria Allison. Shot up, and it's off the mark, but rebounded by Pounds. And she can't get it, and there's going to be a foul on Minneapolis. Didn't see who it was on. I don't think they know who it's on.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Of probably on Pounds.
Third on Morrow.
5th team foul, 1 for the Knights here, so they're going to be shooting for a lot of free throws here pretty soon.
Ball into T-Bow's hands. 42-30 Lady Lions. Oh, nice job, Mara Pounds with the steal. She'll go all the way down the other side, up with the left hand, and good. Nice job, Mara Pounds with the bucket. Great anticipation, great finish with the left hand.
14-point lead now, 44-30. 2 minutes to go in the third.
Donnelly with the ball. She'll drive, picks it up, gets it back to T-Bow. T-Bow, oh, nice look into the lane, up and good. That was a nice drive. No help for the Lady Lions on that as T-Bow finishes in the lane. Pounds will bring it down for Minneapolis.
On to the 4th point of the third period for the Knights.
Grace Peters, tell you, they're just hammering Shayla Hasbrook down in that low block. And they get it down there, and it'll be off of Sacred Heart. It'll stay with Minneapolis. Kate Steinbrock to check in for Shayla Hasbrook. Ball gets into Victoria Allison, back to Kate Steinbrock. Kate had a good look. She pulls away, gets it back to Weedle, back to Pounds, back to Peters. Peters, minute 16 left here in the third quarter. Lady Lions 44-32. Pounds back to top of the key to Peters. Minneapolis just moving the ball around a little bit. It's probably one of those passes.
It's not as well advised. If the Knights defense had been alert, that would have been a steal.
Minneapolis calls a timeout to talk about it. Coach Weatherman saw something. So with a minute 5 left to go in the third quarter, Lady Lions have a 12-point lead. We will go ahead and just keep it here with a minute 5 and a 30-second timeout. Lady Lions come out and have been really strong here in the third quarter, Dale, building on that 5-point lead to a 12-point lead here with a minute 5 in the third.
Outscoring the Knights 11-4 in this quarter so far. 1:05 remaining. Kennedy Allison back in for the Lady Lions.
Didn't see who she checked in for. Mara Pounds.
Yep.
Sydney Weedle with the ball. She drives the right-hand side, gets it cross court to Peters. Peters looks down low, has nothing. They're collapsing well on that defense with that 2-3 zone. Kate Steinbrock back to, and we turn it over.
Tried to feed it into the center where there were 4 white shirts.
Donnelly back to Donatel. T-Bow. T-Bow with the ball at the top of the key with 35 seconds left. T-Bow drives, gets it back into the hands of Donatel. Donatel back to Donnelly. Donnelly back to Stein, back to Gillian. Gillian back to T-Bow. T-Bow back to Donnelly, back to Donatel. Sacred Heart working for the last shot as well to see if they can get some points here at the end of the quarter. Donnelly drives in, looks at a 3-point shot, back to Donatel. They're going to...
She turned down a 3.
Oh.
I would pull a foot, I thought.
Donnelly takes a deep 3, and that'll be off of Sacred Heart, and it'll be Minneapolis ball with just over a second left.
1.34 to be exact.
And that'll be in the third quarter. So 44-32, Lady Lions build on their lead as we get ready for the fourth quarter. Minneapolis with a 12-point lead. You're listening to SalinaPost.com as well as Eagle Communication Channel 20 Minneapolis. We'll be back after this word.
City Pharmacy has brought you quality professional pharmaceuticals since 1963. Joe and Amber Wool will help you with your medications, durable medical equipment, cosmetics, gifts, and greeting cards. Hometown Pharmacy, City Pharmacy, downtown Minneapolis.
Tonight's game is brought to you by Bennington State Bank, your trusted hometown bank with locations in Salina, Minneapolis, Bennington, Wamego, and Sylvan Grove. A proud sponsor of this game. Member FDIC.
Delphus Co-op will always be there to give you the most up-to-date information on the right type of seed to use, weather conditions, market information, all at your fingertips. All you have to do is go to delphuscoop.com. They'll keep you informed on how to make your farm as efficient and successful as possible.
Welcome back to Salina. The Lions outscored the Knights by 7 there, 11-4. 2 successive quarters in a row we've outscored the Knights, and that's resulted in the 12-point advantage.
Ball will be in the hands of Pounds. Back to Weedle. Weedle with the ball. Back to Kennedy Allison. Top of the key goes Kate Steinbrock. Back to Pounds. Pounds moves the ball over to Weedle. Swing pass over to Steinbrock. Steinbrock back to Kennedy Allison. Kennedy back to Weedle. Shot up and off the mark, and rebounded by Donley and the Knights. Ball will come back into the hands. Sigerhart will bring it down to set it up. Donley with the ball top of the key, guarded by Pounds.
Close to travel. Not quite.
Ball back to Tebow. Tebow, Minneapolis in a man. Back to top goes into I have the hardest time remembering her name, Gillian. Gillian with the ball on the right-hand side. Cross-court pass to Tebow for 3. It's off the mark, and a rebound by, wowzer, by Minneapolis.
Weedle steals it away.
Kennedy Allison going coast to coast. Nice job by Minneapolis. Kennedy Allison with the bucket.
46-32.
Ball goes back to Gillian. Gillian with it. Back in the corner to Donley. Donley drives the paint. Up and shots no good. Rebounded by Weedle. And she's had 2 fouls last 2 times.
Yep.
No call. Back to Pounds. Pounds will bring it down. That's why Sigerhart has 1 foul and we have 5. Swing pass over to Weedle. Weedle with the ball. And gets it back to Kate Steinbrock. Back to Kennedy Allison. Kennedy drives. Back to top to Kate. Back to Weedle. Weedle looks down low to Owens.
There's another
Owens
foul.
back to Pounds. Lady Lions to the 16-point lead. 14-point lead. Oh, that's a dangerous pass once again. Kate Steinbrock will take the 3 off the mark and rebounded by Allison. Nice job, Kennedy Allison. Finally, we go for a loose ball. Mara Pounds to the right-hand side. Swing pass over to Kate Steinbrock. Kate back to top to Weedle. Weedle back to Pounds. Pounds looks down low, gets it back to top to key to Weedle. Weedle swing over to Kate. Kate on the left-hand side, back to Weedle, down low to the outlet, back to top to Pounds. Pounds on the right-hand side looks at J.C. Owens. J.C. guarded tightly down there. She'll bring it around to the top. Gets it back to Weedle, back to Pounds. Pounds on the left-hand side. She drives to the left, pulls it back to the top. She's guarded tight by Tebow. Back to Weedle. Weedle on the right-hand side. And that will be turned over off of Minneapolis.
I could have sworn a white shirt touched that
Could
last.
have swore that too, Dale. 46-32 into the hands of Donley. Donley, swing pass over to Donatel. Donatel, and Sigerhart's going to call a timeout. So they call a 30-second timeout, Sigerhart does, and we will go ahead and take one with them. 46-32, Lady Lions with a 14-point lead. 5:11 left to go in the ball game. We'll be back after this word.
Upgrade your truck's look with a topper, locking tailgate, or tonneau cover, maybe a grill guard or bumper replacement. K4 Trailer, RV, and Truck Accessories works with over 300 vendors, so we can supply you with the accessories you want for your truck. Check them out at 1640 West State Street in Salina or online at k4trailersales.com.
Eagle Communications, home of ECTV, high-speed internet, 910 KINA News Talk, and 99 KG Country. Proud to sponsor the Lion Sports coverage on SalinaPost.com. Also listen to Lion Sports on your local Eagle Cable Channel 20.
Welcome back to Salina. 5:11 left in regulation. Minneapolis with the 14-point lead. Let's keep it that way.
Tebow to inbounds, gets it into the hands of Donley. Donley back to Tebow. Tebow back to the top of the key. You have a new player in, Sarah Von Felt. in for the first time. And they will get it back in the hands of Tebow. Tebow back to Donley. Donley back to Tebow for 3. Shot up and in and out. But a big rebound on the inside by Sacred Heart. And there should have been a 3-second, but there was no call. Back in the hands of Tebow. Tebow with the ball. Tebow will drive.
Nice
little push off.
off.
Thank you very much. Nice job by Minneapolis. They finally get the offensive foul. Tebow picks up her 3rd personal. As we've seen quite a few fouls lately that we have not gotten a call. We get a call on that one. So
4:30 minutes to go in the quarter, the game.
Mara pounds the ball back to Kennedy Allison. Kennedy will drive to the right-hand side. Ooh, picks up a dribble. Had a drive all the way down. Gets it back to Pounds. Pounds looks down low, and we turn it over.
Rapp was fronting Owens well there. Second pass she's stolen this half.
And Tebow for 3. Shot up and good as she hits her first 3 of the night. And she's taken a few, but she gets her first one right there. 11-point lead for Minneapolis, and there's going to be a travel. Another turnover by Minneapolis.
11-point lead for the Lions. 3:58 remaining in regulation.
Donley with the ball. Gets it back to Tebow. Tebow over to Von Felt. Von Felt with the ball. Vanderfort, sorry about that. Back in the hands of Gillian. Gillian back to Tebow. Tebow at the top. She picks up her dribble. Oh, looks down low. Nice job of the defense, and they turn it over. And it'll come back the other direction. Finally, Sacred Heart makes a little mistake on their end. Minneapolis will bring it down. Mara Pounds with the ball. 46-35. Back to Kennedy Allison. Kennedy looks for a cutter. Gets it back in the hands of Giles. Ooh, had Kate Steinbrock wide open. Back to down low. Back to Kennedy Allison. Back to Shoop. Shoop with the ball. Looks down low. Back to Owens. Owens, she's going to travel with it. So, yep. Yep.
She had it to put up,
She had
and
it.
she stopped, and she drug her foot at the same time.
She did. I know the fans here didn't like it, but she did drag that foot.
Got to be aggressive. You're going to make the move, go for it.
3:05 left to go in the ball game. 46-35 leading Lions to the lead. Donley with the ball. Swing pass over to Tebow. Back to Vanderfort. Back to you oh my gosh, that was an absolute level.
Well, but Kennedy didn't, I think, didn't give her room. She just got there just as the offensive player did. It probably is a fair call.
I don't know. That was awful close, Dale. That's one we can disagree on. So, Sacred Heart to inbounds. Coming in for Minneapolis, Lucy Giles. She'll check in for Kennedy Allison.
4th foul on Allison.
Is that her 4th? Only hit it for 3.
Sixth team foul.
And ball goes to top and picked up by Vanderfort. Vanderfort double team right there. And
Pounds with the reach-in foul.
oh boy.
1-1 now.
Trying to make it a close one. 7th team foul for Minneapolis. Only 2 for Sacred Heart. And at the line will be number 1, Sarah Vanderfort, a sophomore for Sacred Heart. Shot up and no good. Rebounded by Shoop.
As a knock away from her.
Oh, come on.
These guys are
Wow.
knocked away by Shoop, and she made a clear hand not to touch it as it was going out of bounds. That's like the 4th or 5th trip down that we've not scored.
And shot in the lane, no good. Sacred Heart puts it back up. They can't get it to fall. And another foul called on Minneapolis.
Giles this time.
Her 3rd personal foul.
2:21 remaining. 2 shots, 8th team foul.
Donley at the line First shot is up, and it's no good.
2 fouls on the host team.
Yeah. Kate Steinbrock comes out as Kennedy Allison checks in. Also, Victoria Allison checks in for J.C. Owens. Shot coming here. Second shot coming by Kara Donnelly. Second shot is up, and it's good. She makes 1 of 2.
46-36.
Shoot. And finally, they call a foul. She's only been trying about every trip down the floor, Dale.
If at first you don't succeed, try again.
Well, then they call it on Gillian, and Donnelly's in the one.
Come on, girls, let's wake up. Get in the game.
Kennedy Allison with the ball at the top of the key. She'll drive. Back to Lucy Giles. Sacred Heart gone into a man. And we'll call a timeout. So timeout called by Minneapolis, 46-36. 10-point lead, 2:02 left to go in the ball game. Sacred Heart trying to claw back into this as they've outscored us here in the third quarter. Only by 2.
Yep. We'll be right back.
Where do you go in Minneapolis for fresh fruit, quality cuts of meat, fresh vegetables, all the products you need for your kitchen? Jeans IGA. Jeans is proud to sponsor Minneapolis Lions High School sports. Encourage your children to excel both in the classroom and in sports. They'll thank you for it.
All Seasons Power Equipment is your center for all types of lawn care products. Quality brand name mowers to pick from. Grasshopper, Hustler, Lawn Boy, Toro, plus Husqvarna and Steel products. Complete service and free home demos. All Seasons Power Equipment, Minneapolis and Salina.
Welcome back to Sacred Heart High School, Salina, Kansas, as Minneapolis Lady Lions have a 10-point lead with 2:02 left to go in the ball game. We had the ball to inbounds. Kennedy Allison will pull the trigger. They get into Mara Pounds. Pounds with the ball at the top of the key. And she's going to be guarded tight there. And there's going to be a hand check by number 11, Gillian. That's only their 4th team foul, so they're going to have to foul a bunch here to get us into the bonus, and that's what they're probably going to try to do here with minute 58.
If they can't get steal, foul.
Yep. We're not going to get it in. Wow.
That was a quick one.
That was a very quick one. Mara Pounds was tripped going across, and that's why we couldn't get it into her. And Donnelly drives all the way in, back in the hands of Gillian. Gillian back over to Tebow. Tebow will pull back and take the 3-point shot and banks it in.
Off the glass and in for 3.
Oh, my gosh.
Sacred Heart takes the timeout, now trailing by 7 with 1:44 remaining, and they've got fouls to give, of course. We'll be right back.
Bennett Buick GMC has been family owned and operated since 1957. With more than 5 decades in the central Kansas area, Bennett Buick GMC has long established its reputation as a leader in the professional sales and service of new and pre-owned vehicles. For more information on a new or pre-owned vehicle, go to BennettBuickGMC.com. The mission at Kansas Wesleyan University is to promote and integrate academic excellence, spiritual development, personal well-being, and social responsibility. With a multitude of major programs, we'll help you reach your potential and achieve your goals.
Sacred Heart will pick up a full court press here as Minneapolis will get it in to Mara Pounds. Mara Pounds will bring it down. Minute 42 left to go in the ball game. Gets it across to Kate Steinbrock. Kate down to Kennedy Allison, back to Pounds. Pounds at the top, minute 32 left. Gets it back to Steinbrock. Steinbrock at the top of the key. And they're not coming out on him, so why not leave it? And Giles back to Steinbrock. Back to Giles. Giles gets it off to Kennedy Allison. Kennedy, and there's a hand check right there by Tebow. That'll be 4 on her.
15 foul.
Minute 15, 46-39. Has Minneapolis to inbounds. Gets it into Pounds. Pounds with the ball. Luckily
Nice
saved.
save
Nice
by
hustle
Kennedy.
there. And a foul right there. And if that's on T-Bull, that's 5. But I think they called it on number 5 instead. And they did. Maggie Donatel.
6th team foul, 1:07 to go.
I'll tell you, we got lucky right there, Dale. Kennedy Allison did a great job of saving that one because we were going to turn that sucker over. Gets it into Pounds. Soft pass right there. Back to Giles. Giles. Back to Allison. Allison gets it back to Kate Steinbrock, and there's the foul right there. That'll send Kate to the line as
for the 1-and-1.
Gillian gets her third team, 17 foul. Kate Steinbrock will go to the line for a 1-on-1. First shot is up, and it's good. Nice job, Kate Steinbrock. And she'll have another one coming. Second one on its way is up, and it's off the mark, but
Giles called over the back of Rapp. It's Rapp to the line for a 1-and-1. 54 seconds remaining. The Lions with an 8-point lead.
Rapp will go to the line to shoot a 1-on-1. 47-39, 8-point lead, 54 seconds left to go in the ball game. First shot coming by Rapp is up and no good. And but she gets her own rebound. And up and good is
Donnelly open.
Donnelly. Mara Pounds will bring it down for the Lions. She breaks the press nicely, backs it away. 35 seconds left. Gets it back to Giles. Giles back to Pounds. Pounds, nice pass down low to Shoup. Up and good. Nice job by Minneapolis. Lindsay Shoup wide open underneath the bucket, and she gets the ball. Nice job by the Lady Lions. Donnelly drives in. She goes right through the defense. Wow.
They don't want to foul them. Well, there's a foul on the Knights. We'll send Pounds to the line for a 1-and-1.
Foul was on.
Go ahead.
Sorry. Megan Stein, her second personal.
14.6 seconds remaining. 8th team foul on the Knights.
Pounds are going to the line for a 1-on-1 here with 14 seconds left. 6-point lead. Pounds at the line. Her shot is up and in and out.
Rapp gets the rebound for the Knights. Here they come. 2-on-2.
No good. Rebounded by Stein.
Blocked by Steinbrock, I think.
Steinbrock, and then Allison with the rebound. And then the foul called on number 11. Gillian, her fourth personal foul. Back at the line will be Kennedy Allison. 6 seconds left, Dale. 49-43. We're going to come away with a victory, but Sacred Heart fought back pretty hard there in the fourth quarter.
Did.
Shot is up and good by Kennedy Allison.
The Lions obliged with a lot of turnovers, and some mental errors that didn't help, but they have maintained the lead.
Second one is up and off the front of the rim. Donnelly will drive. Drives all the way in. Shot up and no good. And that will end the ball game as Sacred Heart and Minneapolis finished it out 50-43. Lady Lions come away with the victory tonight over the Sacred Heart Knights. Sacred Heart came back and almost got back into this, Dale.
Yeah, they were down 14 and ended up being 7 behind, so they have the lead. The Lady Lions go 2-0 in the league. The Knights go 0-2 in the league, as they will prepare to face a tough Republic County squad next Tuesday. The Knights outscored the Lions 11-7 there in the final stanza. After the Lady Lions outscored the Knights in each of the 2 stanzas before that. We'll take a break and hear another word from our sponsors as Scott gets his computer going. we'll be right back with a wrap-up.
The mission at
Welcome back to Salina, Kansas, Sacred Heart High School. Lady Lions finish off the Knights here with a final score of 50-43. We go to 2-0 on the season in league and 4-1 overall.
As we run through some scores real quick, Sacred Heart Knights, 2 points by Maggie Donatel, 2 by 2 by Haley Rapp, 6 by Megan Stein, 10 by Tracy Tebow, 9 by Megan Gilliand, and 14 leading the way, Kara Donnelly. Sacred Heart was only 1 for 6 from the free throw line in the second half. They were 75% from the first half, 17% in the second half, 56% for the game. For the Minneapolis Lady Lions, Mara Pounds with 2 points, J.C. Owens with 4 points, Sydney Weedle with 5 points, Lucy Giles with 6, Lindsay Shoup with 4, Victoria Allison with 4, Kennedy Allison with 12, and leading the way for the Minneapolis Lady Lions, 15 by Kate Steinbrock. Lady Lions were 4 for 7 from the free throw line in the second half, 57%, and the second half, 55% for the game. For the Minneapolis Lady Lions, only 6 turnovers in the first half, but the second half, Dale,
Changed, didn't it?
13 turnovers in the second half. Sacred Heart had 9. So
that opening part of the fourth period probably had the majority of those 13.
And those are definitely unofficial on my part.
We had several trips down the floor that we just did not even have an attempt to shoot the ball.
Yeah.
We were turning the ball over so rapidly. So with that, we're going to sign off for now to get ready for the boys' game. If Coach comes up, we'll put him on. But we'll be right back. If you're listening on TV, you can stay right with us. If you're on the internet, you'll have to sign off and sign back on. You're listening to Eagle Communications Channel 20 and SalinaPost.com. Scott Oshman and Dale Leach.